As California suffers through an unprecedented drought that we've been covering over half the state.
A new study says this year's drought will cost California $2.2
California's drought continues. A stunning new report now shows just how damaging it is across.
Hi, I'm Nate Stein. I'm the CEO and the inventor of PLATESCRAPE. I'm from Atascadero, California. I invented PLATESCRAPE because I was honestly sick and tired of all the time, money, and water that was being wasted when washing all those dirty plates. So I start my day off every day the same. I'm up at 6 a.m. and I'm heading to my parents' restaurant to work, where I work alongside with my dad, which is really important to me because he is my biggest role model. He definitely taught me the importance of hard work, which translates well when I get off and I get to work on PLATESCRAPE, because that's the reason why I wake up. I'm driven to work on PLATESCRAPE. My parents own a catering company, and so I was the one who was cleaning, cooking, setting up, and breaking down. And doing dishes was the worst part of my job. I knew there had to be a better way, a faster way, a more efficient way. So that's why I invented the PLATESCRAPE. So I went to the local Food for Less. It was midnight. I grabbed all the toilet brush scrubbies off the wall and dragged them into my cart, drove home and started using power tools like a skill saw and a chop saw at midnight. And I screwed together some toilet brush scrubbies on a 2x4, put some glue around some plexiglass, and I had my very first prototype right there. It was out of my mind and it was in a physical form. Next morning I went to my parents' restaurant, filled that thing up with water, ran the first dirty plate through it, and was just like, oh man, this worked. And I have not looked back since. We officially went to market in May of 2017 when we attended the National Restaurant Show. Did really well there. The exposure was huge. People's reaction to seeing something like this was just like, oh man, why didn't I come up with that? How's everything going? How's the PLATESCRAPE treating you?
PLATESCRAPE has been one of those fun things where it's a game changer. You know, anytime you can bring a product that it's so simple, and you always think about, why didn't I think of that? It's always someone that is in the business who found a solution to a problem that we had, and in reality it's a game changer, because when you don't have the proper machinery to clean 200 plates, 250 plates, 300 plates, you literally do save some time, so it's great.
That's awesome.
PLATESCRAPE affects not only catering, not only event rental companies, but also restaurants, hotels, coffee shops, hospitals, churches, soup kitchens, hospices, cruise ships. We even have some at military bases around the world.
Our current process is a 6-step manufacturing process. We get our buckets made in Akron, Ohio, and then shipped to us, where we have a tool that precisely cuts them, that fits our brackets in them. And what's cool about our brackets, they are manufactured right here in this factory, PLATESCRAPE factory. We have an injection molding machine that makes all of our brackets. So we do own the tooling for that. Very exciting. And our brushes are made just right down the street in LA by the largest brush corporation in America. They actually make brushes for NASA and the US Army. In fact, PLATESCRAPE ended up taking Innovation of the Year award last year with the American Brush Manufacturers Association. They called it the most boring brush with the biggest impact. So that was pretty awesome. Not only are we patent pending, but we also received the approvals by the NSF and the UL for the pre-sanitation process. Now when we go to a corporate location and they have 10, 20 locations, one of the first questions they ask are, is it NSF approved? And for me to be able to say yes, I crush any competition that's coming our way. We are selling something that people are genuinely liking and they're genuinely saving. We have something here.
We have a need for a product that can streamline dishwashing, and that's how I heard about PLATESCRAPE. But even over time, I think all those dishwashers that work for us notice its simplicity and how nice it is. Having a family business, I think PLATESCRAPE is most awesome because you also came from a family background and you created something to solve an issue and to make business easier.
To hear a customer call you up and say, hey, I just saved $300 on my water bill last month, that's huge. That's huge.
PLATESCRAPE is such a simple tool that saves so much, and not just saves anything, but saves water, the most precious resource we have.
So this year, we're so excited to be partnering up with Waterorg. Every single PLATESCRAPE sold is going to provide a year's worth of access to safe, clean water to an amazing human being in need in a developing country. I can't believe that not only are we saving water, but we're giving water back too.
Just waste so much water trying to spray it off with a sprayer, and the PLATESCRAPE is super useful. Like, using it firsthand multiple times, it saved me so much time and energy than trying to spray it with water. I can actually keep up with our other dishwashers here, and it's not something I do on a regular basis. So for me, it's an awesome invention. I would say every kitchen needs it.
Since we launched in May of 2018, we've sold over 200 units and grossed over $53,000. So for this year, we're really excited because we're selling at twice the rate. So we're projected to sell over 1,000 units and gross over $200,000 in revenue this year.
And when everybody else buys in, we all save. As a world, we're saving water.